Hey guys, hopefully you all can hear me. I am in the office. I'm just getting some last stuff taken care of, and we will start streaming in just a moment. Let me know if you all can hear me, and we'll get this started. Alright guys, what's going on here? Molokai Rider apparently can't hear or see anything, but hopefully... Alright guys, what's going on here? Molokai Rider apparently can't see anything, but hopefully... Alright guys, what's going on here? Whoopsie doodle, that's what happens when you leave the YouTube screen up and running. Whoopsie doodle, that's what happens when you leave the YouTube screen up and running. Whoopsie doodle. Okay, clearly I'm going to have to just disable... Clearly, I'm going to have to just disable my speakers on the computer and leave the microphone enabled. So hopefully you guys can hear me, but we'll see it going on. George Azar says he can't see or hear. George, are you not seeing the Blade Forums logo up on the screen and the scrolling text? Yeah, Nicholas says he can't hear me now, so... Okay, so now Nicholas can hear me. Excellent. So, yeah, a few of you are begging to see my lovely face, so let's bring that on. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Spark, here from Blade Forums HQ at 921 Baird Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky. Getting ready to give away the week 2 of Blade Forums Year of Giveaways. Today we are giving away a Darrel Ralph Dominator 35 with S35VN steel, titanium frame and scales, frame lock, it's assisted opener. Give me a sec, I'll actually go get that and show it off to you. And we're back! So, here's the knife in question, Blade Forums custom laser etched Darrel Ralph Dominator, S35VN with black wash coating, titanium handles. Pretty darn dope, if you know what I mean. Neato pocket clip on here. But best of all, the super rad Blade Forums logo. Look at that. Isn't that high speed? You can carry this in your pocket and know that you are the only person in the world that has a knife like this. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till the end of the broadcast before we get this going. This is only going to be given away at the end. We're going to give away the Blade Forums merchandise first, from smallest to largest, and then we will give this away at the very end. And we're also going to talk about next week's prize, the Bussy Combat Custom Shop Flakjack, made of Infi steel with micarta, and I'm not sure what the other handle material is, but Jerry Bussy was very generous enough to donate that to us. The Dominator here is worth $500+. The Bussy Combat Flakjack that's going to be given away next week is worth $600. These are high-end, super high-end items that we are very fortunate enough to have from our generous forum community members and manufacturers. I am super enthused and very blown away by the generosity of all the manufacturers who took part in the 20th anniversary giveaway. And stay tuned. We're going to start giving stuff away in just a moment. So, Chilled Tea wants to know, is it true that in Kentucky you all drink Mountain Dew? Well, that is a good question, and the answer is that is false. Here in Kentucky, the soda of choice is Ale 8-1, also known as a late one. And let's see if we can get a separate screen put up there for that. Hang on just a moment. Browser. Okay. And cancel browser. Let's do the properties. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here with this. So we're going to do a window capture here, and we're going to do, there we go. All right, so yeah, this is Kentucky's homegrown soda, Ale 81. You may have seen it in shows such as Justified, but basically it's our version of a weird Sprite / Mountain Dew composite. Kind of weird, kind of tasty. Try it, you know, whatever. See what you all like. Kind of weird, kind of tasty. Try it. See what you all like. All right. So we've got some questions here. What happened to Rev Devil and Esov? I am not sure. I guess they, you know, people come and go all the time. Sometimes people just check out. You know, we ask a lot from the moderators, and it is a thankless job. It is a lot of work. I spend most of my time making sure that the servers are working behind the scenes. So, you know, I try to keep out of the community areas and just focus on the technical stuff so that you guys can post and read and stuff. And the moderators do a lot of the heavy lifting every day. So, you know, they shoulder a huge task. And Esov and Blues and Rev Devil and Boru 13 and the rest of the super moderator crew are huge heroes in my book. And, you know, sometimes people drift away for a little bit and they come back, and sometimes, you know, people move on. Esov is a good dude in my book, and I have nothing but respect for him. So hopefully he's going to keep checking in. All right, so do we have any other questions before we start the giveaways, or should we just go ahead and start? Go ahead and comment in the chat window. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and share. Pound that notification button, even though we're not monetized or whatever. Hank Chinansky wants to know how many people have been banned off of BladeForums.com. That is a fantastic question. That's something I don't even know myself. So let's see if we can figure it out. Let's go to the users, and let's go to, let's see, user groups, and let's look at the banned users. All right, so banned users. Nope, that's not it. Let's see, user discipline. All right, let's look at banned users here. So if we go down to the bottom here, oh my God, we have banned 15,997 people off the site. 15,997 people in 20 years. So that breaks down to 7 divided by 20, 800 people a year. So about 3 people a day are getting banned off of Blade Forums. Isn't that cool? So let's keep up with this and keep going. All right, Chill T says a Blade Forum sheath would be cool. Well, that would involve, I mean, man, I don't even know what that would take. Are you talking about a folding knife sheath or fixed blade? Because a fixed blade sheath would require, you know, you go do one for a 3-inch blade, 4-inch blade, 8-inch blade, you know, 9-inch blade. We've got people that, you know, their primary knife that they carry around is a machete, and we've got people their primary knife that they carry around is a little 3-inch Mora, or a Becker 16, or Becker BK62, or you know, Benchmade Bushcraft. So, you know, you really can't have a sheath that fits everybody. But, you know, it seems like a good idea. Who gave me the most satisfaction to boot off the forum? Well, that's a tough question. You know, I don't really enjoy banning anybody off the site because, you know, the site's always been run as a means of giving back to the community. The whole purpose of BladeForums.com is to provide a spot for manufacturers and end users and retailers to all get together, and knife makers and materials providers, etc., to all get together and you know, communicate with each other. It's a place for people to learn. I've had God knows how many people come up to me and go, man, every time I look for information, you know, I go to Google, the first place that pops up is Blade Forums. And that's the idea, is to have a all-in-one location where you can go and learn. So kicking somebody off the forums because they're a jackass or because they're trying to scam people or because they're being dishonest is not something I look forward to. You know, I don't enjoy banning anybody, because that means that person's just decided they want to be a dick in some manner, and they, you know, they don't want to be a part of the community. They're looking to be a net negative to everybody instead of a net positive. So, you know, my primary rule is always treat people like you want to be treated. Try to leave the world better than you found it. And I hate seeing people not want to do that for themselves and the community as a whole. You know, we don't charge anyone anything to just come onto the website and learn or to post and take part in conversations. You know, we don't, you know, we're just there to try to help people. So, you know, it sucks to remove people off of there. That said, I can't say that I didn't get some satisfaction from shit-canning some dishonest people, criminals. You know, Chris Eilenfeld, no comment on your comment there. But, you know, I don't like seeing con artists and criminals prosper. I don't like seeing people, you know, use dishonest tactics to enrich themselves, especially when they're using the blood of dead heroes to do it. So, yeah, you know, read between the lines. All right, so it is now 5:20 p.m. We have got, yeah, we're going to do the stickers first, as usual. Then we are going to do the Blade Forums Velcro patch. And then we are going to do the Blade Forums t-shirt. And then we will do a membership upgrade. And then we will do the Week 2 giveaway of the Darrel Dominator. So give me just a second to get my act together, and we will start drawing stuff out. Of the Darrel Dominator. So give me just a second to get my act together, and we will start drawing stuff out. All right, guys, so do you have any questions or comments, and, you know, any questions you want to ask me or any constructive criticism that you would like to see for the website and how we can improve? Feel free to pound it into the chat window there or ask your questions in tech support, and I will be happy to respond to them as I can. In the meantime, let's get started on the giveaway here. We are going to go to random.org. Random.org is the place to go for doing truly random giveaways. First off, we have to do the giveaway thread here. The giveaway thread has got all the entries. Again, the ground rules for the giveaway thread were that you have to be, in order to win the main prize, you have to be a paid member. In order to win any of the bonus prizes, you had to have registered before November 2nd, 2018. November 2nd, 2018 was our 20-year anniversary. So if you do not have a paid membership and you did not register before November 2nd, 2018, sorry, bud, you're out of the running. You're not going to win anything today. But pretty much everybody else was able to follow instructions. We had a grand total of, let's see, we had a grand total of 900 997 entries, 10 beers. Was the last person to get the entry in at 11:53 p.m. on Saturday. So, with that in mind, 997 is going to be our end number. 2 is going to be our beginning number. So, 2 and 997. And this is going to be for the Blade Forums logo sticker, which is super impressive, I know. You get to vandalize your toolbox or your clipboard or your helmet or your car back window or random places wherever you're going. And whichever you prefer, you'll be able to mount that on there. So let's go back to random.org. We're going to hit the generate button. Okay, the winner for the sticker is post number 499. So that is going to be somewhere around page, I think, 25. So let's go to page 25 here, and it's going to be all the way at the bottom. 499. So Impulse 600. Impulse 600 is the winner for the sticker. So let me write this down. Otherwise, I will forget everything because it's not something that I am capable of remembering, simple information. So, Impulse 600, post number 499, sticker. Alrighty. So, let's get back to the live window here, see if there's any new questions or comments that we want to find out here. Alright, so how do you know if you registered? Well, Nicholas, basically if you posted in the thread that was linked to in the announcement that was at the top of all the screens and in the giveaway forum, if you posted in that thread and you meet the criteria of either A, being a paid subscriber or having a paid membership, or B, having registered your profile before November 2nd, 2018, then you're registered. If you didn't post in the thread, if you're not a paid subscriber who posted in the thread, you are not eligible to win anything. Sorry, bud. All right, so let's see. Glock 26, when you are a mod admin, I'm guessing he's asking, do you get an email every time there's a report generated? So a lot of emails may be from that. No, we do not get emails from that because, yes, some of y'all are reporting motherfuckers. You guys like to report everything and anything. So no, we don't do automatically generated emails on that. Some of the moderators do have the capability of subscribing to that forum and getting notifications, but if they do, they probably unsubscribe from that very quickly. Alright, so, next question from Glock 26. What is your favorite folder for daily carry? That is another excellent question. What I carried for years is and I'll show you. Okay, so, what I carried for years is a Microtech Scarab burnt bronze single edge, and it was two-tone. This is not a two-tone knife anymore. As you can see, most of the finish has worn off. You can actually see where scratches are in it. You can see the handle where lots of the anodization has worn off from the aluminum. I like it because it's ambidextrous, but the problem is with this, after 15 years, I managed to break one of the springs on it. It's not a fault from Microtech. I have put this thing through the ringer. This knife has been abused. It has been beaten. I've used it to split wood when I go camping for a fire. I've used it to open boxes every day that I've had it in my shop. I've used it for God knows all kinds of mess. And it's taken basically everything I've thrown at it. I've only needed to sharpen it, 2 or 3 times a year because it's S30V steel. I've used it to open beer bottles. I've used it to break glass. I've used it for all kinds of stuff. It is a great knife. Now, that said, do I recommend this to other people? Not particularly. This particular model was super expensive at the time. It came out before the a huge renaissance in OTFs, where everybody in there, or where there was a lot of manufacturers making OTF knives. So as a result, there wasn't a lot of competition for OTFs. So the prices on this, when it was originally offered, was about $600–700. No way in hell I would recommend this for the average user at that price point, because it's just too expensive. If you lose it, if you drop it, if you break it, you are SOL. Now that Benchmade, Bear, Hogue, Guardian, Heretic, various other companies are doing double action out the fronts, we have seen competition take place with the various manufacturers, and competition always results in prices going down. So you will see Scarabs and Ultratechs now around the 300 or so, sometimes 200 plus price point, where they become very viable for somebody who wants a OTF for EDC. I love an OTF for EDC. If you are up on a ladder, if you are, if you need to maintain control over whatever you're cutting, a knife that you can open and close with one hand is very, very useful. If you're up on a ladder and you're wanting to maintain 3 points of contact, if you're swimming and you want to you have to try to keep your head above water. If you're hanging upside down and, you're trying to cut somebody's seatbelt, the OTF is a no-brainer. On top of that, with pocket real estate being filled up these days with various stuff like giant iPhones, if you're carrying pepper spray, in your pocket, if you're carrying flashlights in your pocket, if you're carrying a bunch of keys and key fobs and handkerchiefs and fidget spinners or brass knuckles or whatever, you're running out of pocket space incredibly quickly. So, a double action OTF in a lot of cases is going to be much, much thinner than, some of these other larger knives. So if pocket space is concerned, the double action out the front is a great choice. That said, since I broke my Microtech and I haven't sent it in for warranty repair yet, what I've gone to now is my Sebenza. I've had this Sebenza for 20 plus years. This is, at this point, probably 3 or 4 generations removed. This is a line drive CGG Sebenza. Again, I use my tools. You can see the scratches in the handles. You can see the tape on the blade. Only thing different from this, I'm a left-handed person, but I've got this set up. The only ambidextrous thing on it is the thumb stud. Even though I'm left-handed, it's still got the right-handed pocket clip on it. So there you go. Sebenza, great workhorse. If you notice, the blade shape on the Sebenza and the blade shape on the Microtech are incredibly similar, because I prefer knives I can work with and have good bellies for cutting. So there you go. That's what we've got there. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. So Glock says he was answering. Glock says he was answering all the. He was answering a question that was too. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, holy crap! Look at all those emails in my inbox from Hank Chansky. Yeah. That. Yeah. That's it, my man. It's the thing is that. I had a lot of conversations and a lot of private messages because everybody and their brother wants to contact the admin when something's going on. So not all the time do I get to them in a timely manner. And that's why my personal inbox limit is 10,000 and your all's is much lower. All right, so Chris Illenfeld, are you guys looking for new moderators, and what do you look for? Most of all, we look for people who are helpful to the community. If you are a helpful person, if you pitch in, if you seem like you are level-headed, then, the community, when, the other moderators will look and see, if you seem stable, and seem to be pitching in and stuff like that, then, we notice that. We notice guys who are a net asset. And, that person will be nominated by other moderators, and we'll see. If we have a need for a mod, we'll nominate them and get them going. Typically, the people that get brought on board as mods have been there for 2, 3, 4 years at this point. and have a reputation for helping out and have a reputation for being good dudes. We ask them to volunteer. If they do volunteer, we bring them on board as a moderator for whatever forum. All right, Hank Chinaski, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. What sharpening system do I use? In the shop here, I have a Spyderco Sharpmaker that I've used for 20 plus years. It is simple, it works, it just takes time. You know, I am not one of those people that has to have a mirror polished edge. I'm not one of those people that has to, you know, have the super razor sharpness. As long as my knife will cut paper reliably, I'm good to go. I'm not one of those people that has to have something that will shave hair off my arm as soon as it looks like it. You know, if that's what you need, then you know, get yourself a Wicked Edge system or something like that. Those, or an Edge Pro. Those things cater to the folks that want the super high speed, awesome edges. For me, I am a working edge person. You know, the Sharpmaker is perfectly capable of doing a razor's edge, and it works for me. For people that don't have the time to spend on a Sharpmaker, I'm a huge fan of the Darrel Work Sharp Ken Onion Edition. Darrel was nice enough to send me one of these a few years ago. I like it because it puts a factory edge on a knife very quickly. If you take your time and you're careful and you set it to the right angle, it's good stuff. It is fantastic. You know, I have also managed to screw up knives really badly with it. For example, I tried to sharpen an Emerson CQC7 with it and did not take into account that one side is 40 degrees and the other side is 0, and I managed to screw up the bevel on it. So, you know, the Darrel and other powered systems it's very easily to turn your steel knife into a steel toothpick or mess up your bevels really quickly. If you have, you know, your act together and you've got good attention to detail, then the Darrel Work Sharp is a fantastic choice. These days you find them street price for around $125, $135 on the reg, and it's a good choice. It's a great knife, you know, sharpen everything. Let's see. Hans, have you ever lost a knife? If more than one, which one hurt the most? I had a Emerson 98 Commander, one of the original ones that came out. And for those of you who have been longtime Emerson fans, the Emerson 98 Commanders, or for those who aren't aware, the Emerson 98 Commanders had thicker G10 on the handles. They had thicker steel liners. It was just a beefier, thicker knife in the hand overall. And unfortunately, I managed to bend the pocket clip on the Emerson, and it just bounced out of my pocket when I was on a motorcycle ride, and it's been gone since 2000 or so. And that one really, oh God, man, I loved that knife. That was such a cool knife, and it's just, I hated losing it. Other knives that are no longer with me that I miss, I had a Camillus Gibbs Max from Phil Gibbs, who used to work at Camillus, now works over at now works in Arkansas for A.G. Russell. God bless his soul, rest in peace. Phil Gibbs is a genius who designed some fantastic cutlery, and the Gibbs Max was a variation of the Darrell Ralph Cuda Max that Camillus made. The Gibbs Max was larger and had a more dagger point to it. And when I had my house get broken into one year when about 14, 15 years ago, and they ran off with a couple of my knives, and the Gibbs Max was the one that really hurt me the most of the ones that they got into. Another one that I missed that was stolen was a ProTech TR3 in Jazz. That thing, I love colorful stuff. I love the jazz and the splash patterns, and it is just it's cool, you know. And I miss that knife. Okay, so someone's telling me that the giveaway, or that the video is gone, and it's just the Blade Forms logo here. Let's see if we can fix that first. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that should be working. You guys should be seeing the Blade Forms logo with a light sweep through it. Oh, there we go. It's kicking in again. All right. By the way, there's like an echo in your live stream. You should mute your computer as well. Okay, for some reason there was an echo in the live stream. I'm not sure why that was going on, but yeah, the desktop audio was unchecked on that. So let's remove that off of here. Yeah, folks, I apologize. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing here. This is my second live stream ever with this software and like third live stream ever that I've done. So pardon the unprofessionalism and pardon me if I ramble. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right. So let's, there we go. All right. So let's get to the second part of the giveaway. Second part of the giveaway is going to be for one of these super high-speed Blade Forms logo patches. And let's see if I can get that pulled up here. Hang on just a moment. Yeah, I would do some I would do music with this, but I absolutely don't want to get hit with copyright infringement, so that is the reason why there's no background music playing. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do for the next giveaway here. These are the bladeforums.com logo patches. As you can see, there's multiple colorways to choose from. Whoever the lucky winner is, they will get the logo patch in color of their choice. The gold patch, gold colorway is limited, of course, to people who have a gold membership. Otherwise, all the rest of the patches are open for grabs. So, with that in mind, let's go to random.org again, and we will get this going. All right, so hit generate. Generate. The result is 863. So we're going to go over to the giveaway thread. All right, giveaway thread, and the winner on this is number 863. So let's see, 863. It's probably going to be somewhere around. Well, it's probably not going to be the 50th page, but let's see where we wind up. All this live streaming's making my computer go slow. All right, so 853 or 863. Might be page 44. Yep, page 44. All right. So Gary the Goat. Gary the Goat has won the Blade Forums logo patch. Gary the Goat patch. And let's get back to your questions and comments and see what's going on. All right, so, right, motorcycle ride, what do you ride? Oh, that's a fantastic question. What do I ride? Okay, well, let's see if I can get that pulled up for you. I think I've got a picture of it up here somewhere on Imager. What I have is a... Oh, God, I hate going to Imager sometimes because you see pictures of pets you no longer have, and... you know, it gets you right in the feels. All right. All right, so for those who are interested, this is my ride. This is a Harley-Davidson Electroglide Police Edition. Because I'm a big fat bastard, I really like having a comfortable seat, so that goes a long way towards riding in all-day comfort. And because I like going fast, for those of you who, you know, like Will Ferrell, you know, Talladega Nights, I want to go fast. You know, the Police Electroglide has a increased torque and increased better gear ratios and increased power coming off the line as a stock model. The cams are different, the crankshaft is different, and it winds up with about 5% extra horsepower just on a stock model. One of these days I'll put a Screaming Eagle package in it. But yeah, this is a Harley-Davidson 103 Electroglide, Police Electroglide. It rides about an inch or two higher than the standard Electroglide. So it means it's also a little bit more maneuverable than the Street Glide. I'm not one for stereos and chrome and flashy lights and tinsel and stuff like that. I want performance, and I want speed, and I want comfort, all in the same package. So you notice there's no Harley-Davidson branding visible on it. There's no big old decals and Live to Ride and Eagles and shit like that. This is just a bike that is for going fast for long distances and getting off the line quickly. To give you all a clue, I live in Louisville, Kentucky. Ethan Becker lived down in Tennessee for a while, down I think around Nashville. That was about I rode down to him for one of the Beckerhead gatherings a couple falls ago, and I made it in the rain, going about 90 miles an hour in I think under 3 hours. So that was, you know, that's why I like having a bike like this. All right, so let's see what else we got. Does he sound like Seth Rogen a bit? Well, that's entirely possible. I definitely got a face like Seth Rogen, so yeah, that's beautiful. I like to tell people I got a face for radio. All right. What are the rules when you post, I'll take it, but the seller says it was sold by PM or another forum? Okay, well, here's the deal, man. The rules are it's the seller's property up until the deal has been made and the money has been sent. So the seller has the right to give the knife to whoever he chooses, to remove it from sale, to do whatever he wants with it. If he chooses to sell it by PM, if he chooses to sell it on another forum, if he chooses to sell it on eBay, Facebook, if he chooses to just throw it in the trash, that's on him. That's his right. It's his property. You know, once payment has been sent and he agrees and to take your payment and you have sent payment, then, you know, the deal is done. If you know, if the seller wants to back out after that, he has the right to refund you and sell it to someone else. And you have the right to leave negative feedback, but you are not entitled to anybody's property up until the point where it's been shipped. And even then, once it's shipped, you know, everybody has to be happy with the knife and happy with the deal before everything's gone. So, you know, I always tell people, do not spend the money until the knife has arrived. All right, so let's see. What other questions do we have? Anything else going on? Let's see. Hans. Sorry to open that can of worms. Yeah, don't know what you mean there, but oh, about losing the knife. Yeah, you know, it's no big deal. It's just, you know, losing the knife is just property. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like I was married to it or anything like that. You know, worry about people, not objects. All right. If someone lies about how a deal went and leaves somebody negative feedback, is it possible to get it removed? Yes. It is possible to get negative feedback removed on that. One of the neat things about the Zen 4.0 software is that it is possible to add moderators to private message conversations. So if, you know, someone lies about a deal and the deal took place in PMs, I actually just had that happen this weekend. Somebody got veiled threats from another member, and they added me. I told them to add me to the conversation. I was able to read it myself, and you know, I'm still deliberating on whether I'm going to take action against the member that made the threats or not. So yes, it is possible to get negative feedback removed. Typically, you know, I always recommend that if it's too complicated to handle via the feedback system, that's what the knife, that's what the feedback forum is for. Generally, though, we don't like to edit and remove feedback, you know, so that's what it is. All right, so we are at 5:48 p.m. Jeez, God, time is going quick. So now, next up is the Blade Forums logo shirt giveaway. We're going to give away a logo shirt. So here, let's get the camera up. Here is the wonderful Blade Forums Polycotton Blend logo shirt. You have the Blade Forums logo on the front. You have the giant Blade Forums logo on the back. So when you are at a knife show or gun show or riding your motorcycle around town or going to the store, you can show off your Blade Forums pride. And we're going to give that away next. So let's see what we got here. Random.org. Random.org. All right, generate the numbers. Number 262. So let's go over to that. 262 should be page 13, I believe. Maybe 13. Nope, it's going to be page 14. So page 14, 261 is Mike Large. So 262 is Croc Gator 106. So 262 Croc Gator 106 t-shirt. And again, you know, folks, hopefully you guys have your memberships updated with proper contact information in there, because when you win, I contact you by PM. If you're a paid subscriber, if you're not a paid subscriber, I contact you by the email listed in your profile. If I can't get a hold of you, then you are SOL. So Croc Gator 106 wins the Blade Forums logo t-shirt. And that leaves the membership upgrade. So the next thing will be the... Alright, so why isn't the... this is weird. I don't know why the media source keeps dropping off, but got that back again. I don't know why it keeps going to black screen on this. Maybe I need to change it from AVI to MP4 or something. So yeah, for those who are curious, like I said, I'm a complete newbie when it comes to video editing and all that. I have no idea what I'm doing. I managed to just take the Blade Forums logo here, did a CC light sweep effect to it in After Effects, and you know, wound up with this. And for some reason, OBS software keeps dropping it off when I flip out of the window. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But that's okay. All right, so next up, next thing is going to be the membership giveaway. Utsu asks us, what kind of hosting do we use, AWS or something else? We don't use AWS per se. We do use a cloud-based virtual machine where we have multiple redundant databases and a cloud-based web server front end that goes, or well, we have a cloud-based web server front end that's running the Zen 4.0 software. Then that goes to redundant replicating databases. Goes to replicating databases on the back end for security. So that's what we use. Nothing super fancy. A lot fancier than I know what to do, but hey, you know, that's why we use professionals for the nitty-gritty. How does Aaron know the winner before you pick it? Now, that's a good question. I guess Aaron has got low latencies. It sounds like, I mean, I don't know. He might just have lower latency than you guys do, but yeah, I called Croc on it, you know, a couple minutes back. So, cloud hosting backend with GoDaddy for the URL. No, our name server actually directs through Cloudflare for DDoS protection and various other attacks. And then that goes to our hosting for the web server. So Cloudflare does attack mitigation, and then it goes to the web server. All right, so next up is going to be the Blade Forums membership drawing. So let's see here. What do we got? Why is the... oh, okay. That's just that. All right, so let's go back to the Blade Forums thing. And let's go to random.org and draw the membership. So, membership number is 510, so if Crocgator gets to it before I do, or if whoever it was gets to it before I do, it's 510, which is probably page 26. And it looks like I am right on page 26, and number 510 is going to be Billy Goat 78. So another gold member wins membership extension. So he will get his gold membership extended out for another year. So that's like a free $30 in your pocket. So that's awesome. And now it's time to go to the drawing for the Dominator. For that, let's talk about the Bussy Combat Shop Combat Flakjack here. This thing is so freaking badass. I love Bussy Combat knives. I love... well, hang on a sec. Let me get a couple things. Yeah. Bussy Combat has been with Blade Forums since the absolute beginning. Since Blade Forums split off from Knife Forums, and I just don't have enough positive stuff to say about Jerry Bussy. He is a good dude. He's always been super supportive of us. And actually, one of my favorite fixed blades that I have is a Bussy Team Gemini fixed blade. Just like, just like that guy on The Walking Dead, show you may have never heard of. Just like the one Darrel uses, or used to use on that. So... I'm super impressed by all of Bussy's stuff. I like heavy-duty fixed blades. I like heavy-duty folders that are practical. And seeing Bussy Combat Shop come through with the Combat Flakjack for next week's giveaway was incredibly generous, and it just really blew me away with the support. So, without further ado, let's get to a couple questions, and then we'll do the giveaway. Let's see. You ever get offers to buy out the forum from big companies? That's a great question. I get offers about every 2 or 3 months by people who want to buy the forums, and I typically laugh at them because, the deal is that people look at our site and the traffic we get from various places like... they go to various traffic comparator sites, and they look at the traffic and what we've done to monetize the site, which is not a lot. I've got like maybe 2 banner ads on the site, and they see that, and they see that the site's traffic makes it ripe for heavy-duty monetization. So people are like, hey, guess what? We're willing to buy your site for you. We're willing to buy it from you for maybe 500 grand. And I'm like, yeah, go fuck yourself. Because I'm not selling it to you for 500 grand because I know you're going to turn around and put 75 banner ads on every page and video banners and shit like that and start collecting millions of dollars in ad revenue every year. And if I wanted to do that, I could do it myself. The site is not about making money. The site is about giving information to folks. So yes, I do get offers to buy the forum. No, I have no interest in taking them. If I wanted to monetize it, I'd do it myself. Let's see. What does Pirate membership get you? Well, the Pirate membership is for guys that are, it's dual fold. It's people, I had a inquiry, somebody wanted to donate money to the forums, or wanted to, I don't like taking donations. I don't like taking charity. So, you don't see a PayPal donate or a Patreon or anything like that on the website. But a guy wanted to have money wanted to provide some money, so we created the Pirate membership for people who want an extra special level of being a supporter. It's also, I give it to a couple of folks who have helped out in ways I can't really talk about, and people who have just been, super, super supportive and have been there for me when I needed it. So pirate memberships go to folks who are bros and to people who have a lot of money and want to spend it on the forums. So there you have it. All right. So let's see. Has the government ever tried to shut you down? No. The government has not tried to shut me down. I have had the government call us a couple times. The most famous example was back during... God, when was this? It was like the Beltway snipers. If you remember, back in the early 2000s, I think it was like 2002, two radicalized Americans, a guy named John Allen Muhammad and his lover, underage lover, Lee Boyd Malvo, were driving around the U.S. taking pot shots at people and killing folks in various locations because they were, jihadists, domestic terrorists. And some asshole, basically registered a username on the forum, on the Spyderco forum, on Spyderco's website, and making reference to the Beltway sniper. And the ATF called us up about it, saying, hey, do you have any information on it? And I didn't have any information on the guy. Well, off the top of my head, I don't think I had any information. I don't remember if I found info on our site or on Spyderco's site. But the ATF contacted me. I gave them what information I could, which I think was directing them to Spyderco and the guy's specific username. And that was it. That's we've gotten a couple subpoenas once or twice about various things. But, unless it's, I don't accept a fax subpoena if if you're looking for legal information for one of our members. Typically, I'll tell you, send it registered mail. Send me a subpoena by registered mail, have it served, and that's where you're getting my information from. I don't believe in turning over or violating users' privacy without good cause. And domestic terrorism is one thing, but, you're... getting sued for whatever, that's not really my business. So let's see, what other questions do we have? Let's see. No other questions? All right. Well, there we go. Then it's time to do the Blade Forums Week 2 giveaway. Week 2 giveaway of the Darrel Ralph Dominator 35 with the custom laser etching. So let's go to random.org. And remember, the drawing for this, in order to win the Dominator, you must be either a paid member, or you must be a paid member. So it's not going to anybody that does not have a paid membership. And let's see what we get. All right, number 58. Number 58. So, number 58 is going to be page 3. So, let's see what we can do here. Page 3, number 58, NorCal Dude. NorCal Dude won the Darrel Ralph Dominator 35. So, folks, I appreciate you guys tuning in again and listening to me ramble about all kinds of stuff. If you support us, I really appreciate the support. If you're not a paid membership, I appreciate you guys being part of the community. And let me know, questions, comments, or whatever. Feel free to post questions or comments in the threads or in the tech support forum, or, put comments on the live stream below. In the meantime, once again, I thank you guys for your support and appreciate you all being part of the community. And I hope you guys had a fun time listening to me ramble on. And let me know if there's anything else I can do. You all have a great weekend. Try to stay off of YouTube. As well, try not to wind up on YouTube. Don't be like that poor schmuck that gets clocked or anything along those lines. And we will see what's going on. Thanks again. Have a great one, guys.